Guys, I'm curious, are you a fan of Marvel and the Avengers? Hit that like button down below in 5 seconds if you are a fan of Marvel, the Marvel movies, and stuff like that. Welcome back to another Fortnite video, guys, and in this one, we're going to be talking about the Season 4 Battle Pass skins. That is right, guys, there are a bunch of them, so we're going to get into the specifics of which Marvel characters are going to be in the Battle Pass. We're going to be going over around all 8 of the Battle Pass skins. And also, guys, what is the name of this character? I was looking around at Marvel characters and I can't quite remember the name, so leave a comment down below. But yeah, there's also going to be a huge change to the Battle Pass, the way it works, that you need to hear, and stuff like that. So much stuff, guys. Watch this video all the way through so that you don't miss anything. Also with that, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below right now, because I will be showing you how to get free rewards in Season 4. And also, almost 80% of you are not subscribed. You're missing out on guides for free rewards, so definitely make sure to do that. And also, if you want to help support these videos, be sure to use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop and when you are getting next season's Battle Pass, because as an epic partner, that helps support the channel a bunch, and I appreciate it a ton. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into it. So first things first, because this is like one of the huge announcements that got sort of revealed. It's not 100% quite yet, but it definitely, if it's true, it is going to be amazing. So this info comes from Sheena BR on Twitter. He recently put out a tweet that says, according to a rumor, there will be 2 battle passes this season. There isn't enough evidence for this leak, so I personally wouldn't yet consider it 100% confirmed, but we may know at some point tomorrow whether it's true or not. Yeah, there's a possibility of there being 2 battle passes, which really is quite crazy. Now, what exactly does that mean? Besides, like, you know, obviously there's 2 battle passes, what are each of them going to be? My personal theory is that we're going to have one that is like the collaboration battle pass with all of the skins from Marvel, and then the other battle pass is maybe going to be like a part of the main story, you know, the typical Fortnite type skins that we see in the battle pass, like for example the ones we have in Season 3, ones along those lines with unique designs and stuff like that. So that's my personal idea. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. It's definitely interesting though, right? Alright guys, so hopping into game here, I want to take a look at something brand new that just got added. So we're going to go ahead and just go into Battle Lab real quick. Now specifically, this has to do with the first skin we're going to talk about in the Battle Pass, which is the most obvious one. We got to start out with the easy ones, then get into the more secret ones. But this first thing has to do with a change to the map itself. Now, as we get closer down here, you can start to see the change that happened to the map. It is this giant crater. That is right, guys, a giant crater right next to Salty Springs, as you can see right there. We're a little bit to the south of it, but if you go inside of the crater is where it gets even more interesting. That is right, guys, that is Thor's hammer in the game. So Thor, like, he's already been confirmed, but they even modeled his hammer. So yes, we're 100% getting Thor in the game, and possibly this right here is going to be a pickaxe. Obviously, we can't break it like that. We can't pick it up or anything. But yeah, I definitely think we're going to be getting this as a pickaxe very, very soon, since it's already fully modeled. Obviously, they're going to add it in like this. This is also part of like the comic. If we go back to the main menu, go over to the Battle Pass and take a look at the comic down here, we specifically want to scroll over to the 5th or 6th page. I think it is. Yeah, it's this page right here. So you can see like these comics are accurate to the story and what is going to happen in Season 4. So also it shows us a bit about what's going to be in the Battle Pass. You can see the hammer right here hitting the ground, and then that's where it showed up in the map. And then you've also got like Bright Bomber, and obviously we're going to be getting Thor back here. So we are going to be getting Thor and likely Thor locations on the map. I expect him to actually be a boss. But yeah, that's the most obvious one. And real quick, before we get into the next skin that's going to be added, there's also a giant rift from where Thor, you know, entered into the current Fortnite map. So that's pretty cool as well. Now, getting into a bunch of the other skins that are going to be added here, one of the ones that's very peculiar and hasn't been talked about really much at all is Dr. Doom. That is this character right here. Now, the reason we expect Dr. Doom to be in the Battle Pass is because, one, he's obviously a Marvel comic book character. He was recently seen on Donald Mustard's Twitter banner. Again, if you don't know who who that is, he's basically the worldwide creative director at Epic Games. He's the one behind the story and all of that stuff for the most part, and he usually likes to put little teasers of what's going to be in the next season on his page, so it's definitely likely that we will be getting this character. And according to Wikipedia, he is the monarch of the fictional nation Latveria. Doom is usually depicted as the archenemy of the Fantastic Four, though he has come into conflict with other superheroes as well, including Spider-Man, Iron Man, Black Panther, the X-Men, and the Avengers. So he definitely would fit in perfectly, and he also looks like he's got a little bit of like lightning power and stuff like that, so that's going to be exciting. And speaking of which, Iron Man is also going to be in the Battle Pass. Well, like 99% confirmed to be in the Battle Pass, because he was also in that same exact banner on his Twitter account, and considering that Doctor Doom is like one of the enemies of Iron Man, it definitely would make a lot of sense. And on top of that, we got the Iron Man blasters in the Avengers LTM that was like last year, something along those lines, so it would make sense that we see him as a Battle Pass skin. But then after that, we've got a bunch of other comic book skins to go over, but real quick, I want to talk about the next build item, or whatever you want to call it, that's going to be in the next Battle Pass. Like, for example, this season we got the Build Umbrella, and by the way, I've waited until the very end, until I unlocked every single challenge to confirm my Build Umbrella, and it looks so cool. Tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. But as that's going, also you may remember Maya from season 2. That was a fully buildable skin, so I think the next logical step for the buildable items is going to be a pickaxe. I mean, that just fits perfectly, and considering we've already had a skin, we've already had a glider, a pickaxe is the next best thing. Now, we could maybe have a back bling, but that would be kind of tough to do. I'd expect them to maybe do that in season 5. The pickaxe could be very, very interesting. Now, getting back to the skins themselves, let's talk about one that's kind of confusing, but according to Hypex on Twitter, he had said this in a recent tweet, which is very intriguing. At the end of the trailer, two sides will stand across each other like some face-off on top of a hill. Marvel and popular Fortnite skins. Then Wolverine shows his claws and Peely shows his claws too. That's very intriguing. For one, that kind of references like why there may be two battle passes. If the Fortnite characters are fighting against the Marvel characters, that would make sense as to why there's two separate passes. One for Marvel and one for the Fortnite skins, one for like each side. Also, Wolverine is expected to be the secret skin of the battle pass. That's going to be very cool, considering also that his Wolverine claws are going to act as a pickaxe, which is awesome. I love the sound of that. I cannot wait to get that, but considering that he's going to be in like the trailer, it is expected he's going to be in the battle pass. Now also with that, looks like there's going to be a Peely Wolverine type skin. That sounds so weird. I wish we had like visuals of the Peely skin, but unfortunately we do not at the moment. So yeah, that's going to be pretty intriguing. Also with that, one of my favorite leaks so far is that Groot is going to be in the battle pass. Yes, Groot. According to Hypex, he is expected to be in the battle pass, and considering that his source that's been like providing this information has been pretty accurate so far, I'd say that's very likely to be accurate as well. And of course, Groot is from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's the tree dude, and my personal idea is that it's going to be reactive and he'll be able to like grow leaves as he is in the match longer, something along those lines. I feel like they would have to add something peculiar to make it, you know, more fun. There's so many things you could do with Groot. Also, I will say, I was discussing with you guys whether or not it would be the adult version of Groot or like the kid version of Groot from the recent movies, but considering that all of these skins are the comic book versions of them, it would make sense that the adult Groot is the one we're getting, and also that just works better as a skin in the battle pass. But then what about the female skins in the battle pass? We always have a bunch, and so far we only know of one, and that is Storm. Now if you take a look at Storm on Wikipedia, she is part of like the X-Men universe specifically, so she has superhuman abilities. Her powers are supposedly surrounding weather and like lightning and stuff like that, but she can also control like tornadoes, so that's going to be pretty interesting. However, it also asks the question, what other female Marvel characters are going to be added? I looked up a little bit, and Scarlet Witch is one that I think would be really, really cool. She was awesome in the Marvel Avengers movies, but obviously we're talking about the comic book version. And then Nemesis I think would fit perfectly just with the design of this character. I didn't even know who Nemesis was, or actually I guess it's the name of like 3 of these characters. These comics get confusing, man, but that would be really cool. And also one other skin that's pretty much all but confirmed is Galactus. Now Galactus was seen in the comics, like the early comics in the comic reader in the battle pass, so obviously he's got to be a skin. If Thor is there's going to be a skin, we've got to have Galactus, considering that he was shown so much, and he's likely going to have a very important part in the story of Season 4. Now, Galactus, as a reminder here, is actually a villain. In the comics, he starts off as like a good guy, but I'm definitely expecting him to turn into a villain, especially since he's like already gotten all the powers of that one planet, if you've read the comics in the game. And honestly, his powers are very confusing. I don't really understand them. But he definitely has a cool design, so he'll fit right in the battle pass. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, remember to hit that subscribe button and use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop, and also check out some of my videos on the screen right now, such as a bunch of free rewards and things like that you can unlock. But again, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.